One of them is Tamika Rulehack, and she's from the Hertford Library in North Carolina. And Tamika will say hi in the chat because she's on the desk. And Tamika is one of our social media team. And Tamika, if people need or want to contact you with information about their day, like a Facebook entry or an event or a flyer, if you want to and are able to put your email in the chat, that is fabulous. And Tamika does so much work for us, and she's so good at getting people excited about this day, and we're so lucky to have her. So thank you so much, Tamika. And the other member of our team, yes, the other member of our team who's here is Jennifer Rummel. She's at the Cragen Memorial Library in Colchester, Connecticut. And Jennifer, do you want to unmute and say hi? And then if you're able to put your email in the chat, if people need to get in touch with you to tell you about stuff that they want you to promote.
Sure. Hi. It's nice to be here.
Thanks, Jennifer. So much. So yes, those are the two members of our team that are here today. We also want to recognize, of course, Nadine Lippman, who is the founder of this entire day. And I didn't see her name when I flipped through, but whether she's here or not, Nadine came up with the idea for today, and we're so grateful to her. So that is our team. And then did you want me to define the day, Amanda? Okay. So my second fun job before I pass it back over to CLC is to tell you what this day is. Take Your Child to the Library Day is an international celebration of the importance of the library in families and in children's lives. It's so wonderful because it's personalized to your community. So people all over the world celebrate, and they celebrate in the way that works for their library. Our day is traditionally the first Saturday in February. However, people choose to celebrate throughout February. And in the case of a negative 20-degree cold snap, some chose to celebrate in March last year when their original plan literally froze out. You do whatever you want. You do it as big or small as you want. I've had people put out bookmarks. I've had people give out stickers. I've had people do coloring pages. I've also heard about people, who hired a magician or who ran an in-house program or did a craft for veterans, or did a Valentine's Day thing or a Groundhog's Day thing. So what you do that day is totally up to you, and we don't tell you what to do. We just support you. And we also would say that this is an advocacy day where you let everybody in your community know how wonderful your library is and how important you are. So this is a great day to sort of let everybody know what all the things that you have that are great are and how important the services that you bring to your patrons are. So you don't just want to kind of do this for your regulars. You want to try to get new people to walk in the door so that you're broadening out your community and your supporters who you will at budget time need to call on. So this is part of our children's advocacy as well as just a joyful celebration that is one of the two busiest days of my library of the year. And I hope that it becomes something meaningful to all of you. So thank you all for being here, and I'll turn it back over to CLC.
Thank you, Caitlin. So I would love to hear from all of you who are here joining us. If you have participated in Take Your Child to the Library Day before, what is your most memorable Take Your Child to the Library Day moment? Did you do a program that was really great? Did you introduce a really wonderful new family to the library? Just love to hear it. If you take a minute and put it in the chat. Yeah, reading for it with the kids. Awesome. So fun. Gave away cute piggy banks with our logo and website, letting them know the library saves some money. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Raffles and giveaways, local Connecticut author panel for kids, mini golf in the library, dance party, a nature center, present with some animals and a scavenger hunt, sample of our regular weekly story times, and welcome new families who haven't been able to make it in the past, made bookmarks. Yeah, so you can see already that Take Your Child to the Library Day can be celebrated in so many different ways. More mini golf, an indoor snowball fight. Oh, I love this. Ooh, a bakery who had just won Cupcake Wars donated 100 cupcakes decorated with our dragon theme. That's very cool. So whether you have celebrated us with us before or you are new to take your child to the library day, we are so excited that you're here. I will share just really quickly that my favorite take your child to the library day happened before I even realized it was take your child to the library day. I was a children's librarian in a suburban Connecticut library, and we had a castle. We were able to get this 1,500 square foot castle installation on loan from Minnesota Children's Museum and had it installed in our library for the entire month of, um, well, the entire first quarter. We had it for 3 months. And it was amazing because on Take Your Child to the Library Day, we had a group of people come in authentic medieval clothing to really take up residence in the castle. So we had somebody in the Great Hall who was showing how you can churn butter, and we had someone in the tailor shop doing some tailoring, and we had somebody in the blacksmith shop doing something, and we had weavers and rune readers and anything you can think of. It was so magical, really transforming the library into this magic castle fantasy land. Um, and again, that was before I realized that was take your child to the library day. But I've been to library celebrations that have been as simple as handing out stickers and bookmarks and coloring sheets, or hosting our traditional scavenger hunt. And I think the coolest thing for me is that, yes, you can celebrate Take Your Child to the Library Day with a really big, exciting program and day of programming, but you can also celebrate Take Your Child to the Library Day with the things you're already doing. Some of my favorite plans that have come through are things like, we're going to encourage families to check out our new collection of picture books and read books together. We're going to highlight this collection and encourage families to, check out something new they've never checked out before. So you do not have to spend a lot of money to participate. You don't have to spend any money to participate. You don't have to do anything big and flashy. It is an opportunity to really welcome families into the library, especially families, as Caitlin said, who might not be regular library users. So we have some new initiatives this year that we wanted to highlight for you so that you know what we are working on. Because I think one of the fun parts of working on Take Your Child to the Library Day from my end is getting to do something different every year to make Take Your Child to the Library Day easier and better for you. So last year we launched our first ever Take Your Child to the Library Day community facing website designed for members of the community to learn about Take Your Child to the Library Day and find a participating library near them. And this year we're so happy to be able to share the first draft of our library and resource page. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can all see. It's very simple, but we are aiming to put all of the resources that you need all here in one place. So you will see here the registration link. It is as simple as clicking on it and coming to our Google form, right? And if you have not participated before, it's as simple as let us know who you are, where you are, what kind of a library you are, who our contact person is, when you're going to celebrate, and what you're going to do. So we take this information and we put it on our master map. That again is on that public facing page so people can find a participating library near them. So you do not have to know today what you are doing on Take Your Child to the Library Day to be able to register. You can go ahead and fill out what you know, right? If you're not sure what your plans are, that's totally fine. You can leave it blank for now. We just ask that when you do make plans, you come back and fill out this form again. That is the easiest way to update us on your plans. And we'll just update that on our map. The second thing we have here right now is our frequently asked questions, right? What is Take Your Child to the Library Day? When is it? What does my library have to do to participate? Why should we participate? Do I have to register? And we'll add more to this as more questions arise. And then here, this is what I think you'll find most helpful. This is marketing and promotional resources. So we have here a series of videos that Caitlin made last year that really can be really helpful to you. This first one, the value of libraries, is one that you can share with your community to help them understand the magic and value that libraries bring to their community. We have a video on the history of Take Your Child to the Library Day, how to register, how to plan your events, and then also marketing, how to market your events or create a publicity plan. And Caitlin and I were chatting just before we let everybody in and wanted to let you know it is never too early to start promoting Take Your Child to the Library Day in your community. So whether you are reaching out to local reporters to build connections so that they'll cover the story as we get closer, whether you're building community partnerships or just putting flyers around the library now or dropping hints in your newsletter, it's a good idea to really make Take Your Child to the Library Day marketing something you do all the time and with enough notice that nobody's going to be blindsided. We want to make sure everybody knows about Take Your Child to the Library Day. We have here copies of our logo to use. You'll see here the official font is Avant-Garde. We ask you, if at all possible, to use that font. We've got our original logo, and we have a slightly updated logo. You'll see we've replaced the hearts with circles to just make it a little modern for people who just want a refreshed look. And then we also have our favorite little bunnies, our bunny family going to the library, and then another banner image you can use. We have here printables for you. We have bookmarks in both English and Spanish. And in English, you have a version that is customizable. So the front is always the same, but there's a file for the back that you can customize with your information from your library. And then we have a Spanish version as well. And again, we're going to continue to make resources available for you, but know that all of these live here. Okay. And one quick note about our logo. We have had conversations over the last few years about whether or not it was time to adopt a new logo and some new artwork for Take Your Child to the Library Day. So we had a wonderful committee who was part of the conversation. And ultimately we decided we just love our bunnies. We're not ready to say goodbye to them yet. So we just gave our bunnies a quick freshen up to make it a little more modern. But for this year anyways, we are sticking with our logo in case anyone had any questions. Right, I'm going to stop sharing. I'll also tell you that we are working here at CLC and Take Your Child to the Library Day to increase our partnerships to get some media sponsors this year. We were able last year to partner with our friends at Ingram to be able to provide some advertising here in Connecticut. We would love to get more sponsors to make more of this possible. I was telling Caitlin that I've been emailing with one of our local media celebrities here in Connecticut, trying to get him to be our official Take Your Child to the Library Day weatherman, because I think it would be amazing. No word yet, but we are working on it. The final announcement I have about Take Your Child to the Library Day, or maybe Caitlin, I should let you announce where you can find us.
I hope you appreciate that dramatic pause. Amanda and I are so excited to tell you that our proposal to share information about Take Your Child to Library Day at the Public Library Association Conference in 2024 was accepted. About 10% of the proposals were accepted, and we were lucky enough to be one of them, which is both shocking and gratifying. So if you are planning to journey out to Columbus, not that long a drive from everywhere, right? We would love to see you. Please stop by and join us for our presentation and get some more information that we'll be sharing there. So very excited to tell you about our national speaking engagement.
Thank you, Caitlin. And I will say Caitlin really spearheaded this. And really, without Caitlin, we would not have Take Your Child to the Library Day as we know it. She's very modest in accepting credit for the work that she does, but she is really the driving force behind so much of Take Your Child to the Library Day. And it is an honor and a gift to get to work with you, Caitlin.
I'm just a librarian with some stickers. We all are in this together. What's amazing is hearing from all of you. It's the pleasure of my life when any of you email me and tell me what you planned for the day, or to share your pictures, or tell me about the kids. It's the reason why we're all librarians, and I'm so excited that we share it together every year. So welcome to everybody.
So, here we'd like to turn the time over to you and would love to hear if anyone has thoughts of things you're thinking about planning for Take Your Child to the Library Day, or if you have questions for us. And you can either unmute yourself and share them out loud, or you can go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll give you a moment to think.
I know at Stratford we're trying to plan a day where we let the kids do everything they're not normally allowed to do. Not quite sure what that will entail.
I love
Suggestions
that.
welcome in the chat.
Do
I
you
think it's
have
going to involve pajamas. Mess. We talked about Jackson Pollock painting, but maybe a little chilly.
librarian in
Yes.
training? That's very cool. Yeah.
Tamika
Tamika.
says that it's Dental Health Month, which is exactly the opposite of my plans, Tamika. So that proves that you are the practical member of our social media team.
Free toothbrushes. I think that's what you did last year, even if maybe it wasn't for Take Your Child to the Library Day. I know you did something with dental health. Okay. See, Vanessa says their space is limited, so looking for activities around the library, like a winter carnival with a wandering performer or something. Ooh, that sounds awesome. All right. Oh, and Shauna, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. Our state librarian shared with us, and we saw the West Coast was very underrepresented. We've got 25 branches of varying sizes, so looking forward to sharing all your great resources with my branches in Southern Nevada. We were so excited to see your registration come through yesterday. We are really hoping this will be the year that we have representation from all 50 states. We're hoping here in Connecticut, because it started here, that every library in Connecticut will participate. We've got big goals and big dreams. Family Wonderland theme, raffling baskets. Oh, Mary says, I wonder what mischief could you use those free toothbrushes for? I love that. Yeah, reaching out to the investigators, author John Green, Rushbots, race cars, maybe a Frozen theme. Oh, very cool. So many great ideas. New Haven Symphony Orchestra. Awesome. Nerf archery. Oh, that would be very cool. Very cool. And so we also have, and we'll be putting it on a resource page shortly, some lists of ideas of ways you could celebrate. If you are sitting here and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have no idea what our library is going to do, we will have resources that are coming for you so that you can just see what other libraries have done, and maybe it'll spark your brainstorming. Would also like to know, what do you need from us this year to be successful? Sarah, great question. Do the marketing materials include a template or sample press release? We will have one. It is not there now. We will have one for you. Yeah. Yeah. What else do you need from us? What would make this Take Your Child to the Library Day really great? If I only had
Well, obviously toothbrushes. I think we've established that.
Hi, I had to skip out for a little while there because a patron walked in, but I'm wondering if it was mentioned. Do you have a list of great new books to have on hand for specifically for family read together?
We
Um,
don't. And that is a great idea.
can you talk more about that, Margot, so I understand exactly what in your mind family read together is, so we don't create a list that's not what you're looking for?
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking about books that an adult would enjoy reading, right? That would appeal to a good range of children who they might be bringing to the library.
Oh, great.
And so, for instance, um, oh boy, the author just escaped my mind, but Jack Prelutsky, right? He writes some very entertaining books that I know when I was reading them to my children, I was enjoying the book a whole lot while they were as well. And so that's where my mind is going at this time.
Yeah, I was more on what Jamie just said in the chat. That was where my mind went to. So I'm really glad you said what your mind went to, Margot. I know that Miss Nadine has a Pinterest page for us. I'm wondering if she can make a couple of subboards with these, and I will check in with her and find out about that for you. And also, if anyone would like to work on that issue, I'll put my email in the chat, and you can get in touch with me, and I will we'll create a group working space.
Great. The other thing that I would add to that are wordless books. Some suggestions on that genre, because then the adult and the children are kind of making it up as they go along based on the illustrations.
Okay.
And thank you.
Great.
Anything else that you can think of that you need or that would really help you to put on a great Take Your Child to the Library Day this year? Coloring pages. Okay, cool.
I always think about it in terms of what wasn't quite perfect last year. So think about the things that you might have wanted to do a different way, or you wished you'd had this or that. And that might give us some good suggestions from all of you. Because I know people tell us in the comments, oh, this was good, this I could have adjusted. So tell us what those things are. Publicity is often something people say is that they didn't know how to publicize correctly, and Ellen and Amanda are experts at that, so they'll be giving that information out to anybody who's registered at a interval a little closer to the day.
Okay. Oh, great question. Are Take Your Child to the Library Day items still available from Demco? The answer is yes, a few. Years ago, we partnered with Demco to get some of our Take Your Child to the Library Day artwork on different products. So Demco still has, if you search their website, I believe they have some bags and some stickers. That they're kind of at the end of what they have, but they do have some things. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Ellen, for dropping that in the chat. Perfect. All right. Well, Caitlin, do you want to make your ask?
Yes, so wanted to thank everybody who participated last year. We saw a lot of growth in some unusual areas, like different, new areas. Nothing unusual about New Jersey. New Jersey, Missouri, a lot of libraries in the South. So we want to welcome a lot of you coming from new regions that we had some participation, and we had a lot last year, so that was super exciting, and we're going to have some stats on that going forward. And then my other ask is just if anybody would like to volunteer for us. Our volunteer job is pretty easy. It's just volunteering to post information about the day on your state library's information or listserv. So if you are not from Connecticut and you would like to do that, we would love to have you volunteer. And if you happen to have a graphic designer at your library who's bored, we would love to hear from you. That would be another volunteer job that we are always looking for because we can create new content for all of you to enjoy if we had a graphic designer who had some free time. So those are our two volunteer opportunities. Please feel free to reach out to any of us if you are interested in doing a little volunteer work.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to drop in the chat again the link to the librarian resource page. Again, more resources are coming, but do keep this link, bookmark this link so you have it at your fingertips. So your action item from today, I'd love to give homework, but we need for you to register. We need to let us know that you're participating so we can put you on the map, and we need you to share the word. So if you have neighboring libraries that you are friendly with, or you have other librarians that you talk to on the regular, please let them know. Please share the resource page, and my information is on there. You can just email info@takeyourchildtothelibrary.org, and that will come right to me. We're happy to continue to take your requests and
One more thing, Amanda.
questions.
Can we
Yeah.
remind everybody when they register about putting in their program descriptions and why it's important that that's word for word?
Yes, thank you, Caitlin. So on the form, we do ask what you're planning to do. Our colleague who creates the map loves it when you give her text that she can lift right out and plug in. So the more specific and clear you are on your plans, and if you would write it up as if you were sharing with someone in your community, right? What do you want them to know about your day? It doesn't have to be very flourished, but be really clear about your plans as you know them. And again, if you don't know your plans right now, that is okay. Just come back to us and fill out that form again as you refine your plans.
Because that's what the public will see. So if you write it conversationally to me, while I do read it, we don't want to put that on the map. So if you write it, and then if you have a comment for us, you could put that down below. But if you write it just the way you would want your patrons to read it, that's where it goes. It goes directly to a public-facing map. And if that's confusing to you, feel free to visit that map first and see how much room there is and what other entries look like before you formulate yours.
And that map you can find at takeyourchildtothelibrary.org. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you giving us your time today, and we really appreciate your enthusiasm and participation in Take Your Child to the Library Day. Have a wonderful afternoon.